Okay, it's time for Gazbot to power on! Welcome to TRL. That's right, Twitch Request Live. I'm going to adjust my camera this way slightly. There we are. I'm going to tilt it down a little bit. Nope, up a little bit. All right, I hope everybody's having a great Friday night, or at least a good one. I see we got some people already in chat. Hello to Erzuki and Danny and Dolly Girl and Improved AI. So awesome. And Improved AI wants to know if this is real life. It might just be fantasy. It's hard to tell. And so welcome back, everybody. Welcome to any newcomers. And we are here. This is, I'm not working on this right now. This image is for I got commissioned to do, I do a lot of monster kaiju art, and this is for a game called Colossal Kaiju Assault. And this is the first card they've commissioned me to do that I need to do the color for. So let me just close that up. And then I will open up a new canvas to start. Let me open up the commission real quick here so you guys can start. Request, I should say, not commission. So there you go. So if you want to do a request, do ! request, and then whatever you want. And we haven't, like I said last week, we have a new system, so it keeps a list on the side, so I don't have to worry about scrolling through chat. That's the good news. The bad news is you can only do one at a time. So make sure you pick well. And if you decide to change your mind, you're going to have to let me know, and I'll have to go in and erase it. But so yeah, go ahead and feel free to throw those in right now, and I will start doing a little sketch warm-up for myself. And then I will start going into requests. Let me, here we go. Open, create. And instead of trying to practice something or do reference or I'm just going to sketch out of the top of my head, just nothing specific, maybe some kind of monster cyborg guy, see what happens. And I see a couple requests coming in already, so that's good. I see one from Danny and one from Dolly. Awesome. And, oh, look at that. We're getting the party started. Improved AI just subscribed. Thank you very much. You're a hero among men and a robot among robots. So thank you very much, Improved AI. Okay. Is that 3? Hold on, I gotta count. I'm doing it wrong. 3. Okay, it's 5. And then Erzuki with the O snap and 6, not to be outdone. So I'll go, okay. That's 6. I'm not going to continue doing that ad infinitum, so if you keep adding, I'll have to eventually stop. But a few here and there, okays thrown out is good. And thank you to my subscribers and non-subscribers alike. Thank you to my lurkers. Oh my gosh, guys, this is getting crazy. Erzuki's cheering with 100 bits. I guess I have to say, okay. Oh, no, I'm not going to do that 100 times. But thank you very much, Erzuki. The cheer is awesome. I appreciate that. And look at this. We got Mr. Peter Palmiotti working on his anthology sketch while watching. Awesome. Peter is part of, I'm going to start drawing my first sketch here. You guys continue to put up requests if you like. Again, using request and then whatever it is you want, and it'll go on the list. And when I finish this, I will choose one of those. Peter is, like me, a member of the 100s, a group of comic artists that have completed the challenge and is now going to be in the second anthology. And so he is working on that as well. I'm not working on that right now, obviously, but he's working on that while he hangs with us. So that's very cool. Thanks, Peter. And yeah, and everybody's saying hi to everybody. All right, so yeah, I think I'm going to make this sort of maybe an undead cyborg zombie thing. That seems to be the kind of stuff I normally just draw out of my head when I'm not really trying to create something specific or a certain character or actually, practice learning a new type of art or character. So we'll just let this throw in. I was a big fan of the character Deathlock. I mean, he's existed for a really long time, but in the 90s specifically, the Marvel character Deathlock. I don't even know that I loved his book that much. I just loved the idea that he was an undead soldier brought back as a cyborg, and that was very appealing to me. So that's, without thinking about it, that's what started coming out of my hand here. I'm also going to try to keep these sketches to about 15 minutes each, because sometimes they get a little crazy and then we get like only 3 or 4 done, and I'd like to get more done. So let me check the time. So I will stop this either on or before 5:45. I know that's a little less than 15, but that's my own fault for starting late. So we know that Peter is working on art. What's everybody else up to? Playing games, doing art, cooking, watching TV. It is Friday, so people might have big plans, they might have little plans. The main thing is hopefully most of you don't have to get up early tomorrow. I mean, I've had jobs where I did have to work weekends, so I know that's not a universal truth, but usually Fridays are, at the very least, you could relax and not have to worry about going to work the next day. Let's see. Oh, Improved AI is eating pizza. Oh my God, I wish I was eating pizza. Pizza's the best food in the world. The only thing that even comes close to pizza is omelets from IHOP. I think those are the two best foods in the world. There are other foods I like as much maybe, but not with the same frequency. I could eat pizza every single day, and even bad pizza is good pizza. Other food I like ramen, for example, has to be from a certain ramen place, and I don't know that I want it every day. Pizza, though, yeah, sign me up, buddy. So I'm jealous of you. Peter Palmieri, I love Deathlock. It's a good comic. Yeah, I haven't read the more recent stuff. I probably should. Most of what I know about him comes from the 90s run, but I did enjoy that. Ersuki, don't say pizza. It's making him go eat somewhere he doesn't like as much as pizza. It's true. After this, I'm not going to run late. Sometimes I run late, but I'm going to be done exactly at 7 today, because afterwards, Erzuki and I are going out to get dinner, and then she will stream after that doing her gaming stream. So that's another reason we got to go a little quicker today. But yeah, I would rather be having pizza, but I like having a little date night with my wife, so that's fine too. You give up the pizza, you get a good relationship. I guess that's the trade, and I suppose it's a fair one. Let's see. Improved AI, Black Bear, let's go. Oops, that is where we're going, the Black Bear Diner. All right, so let me see. I will give him kind of a human-looking eye on this side. And then on this side, I'll make it more of like a cyborg. What's happening? Good things. It's Samurai Ox charging in, hosting the stream. Thank you very much for showing up. Thank you for the host. A lot of awesome stuff happening this Friday. What are you working on, Ox Man? You doing you doing some artwork there, or what's up with you? He's saying what up to friends. And everybody's a friend to the Ox Man. The Ox Man cometh. The Samurai Ox Man cometh. He is also a member of the 100s, like Peter and I. All right, so once again, I'm sketching this guy up. I'm only going to work on this for a few more minutes, and then I'll hit the request list. Right now, I think, we got 3 requests. We got 3 requests. Ox just put one in. 3 requests in the queue. It's not a first come, first serve, so feel free to put them in. You got an equal chance of getting picked whether you put it in first or at the end of the stream. And once they're in there, I'll keep checking back. So right now we got 3. So if you aren't in there and you put it in, you have a 1 in 4 chance of being chosen. And I will be choosing that, like I said, in about 7 minutes. 7. But yeah, for those of you that were here earlier, that Kaiju Assault art, it's going to be smaller than that because it's going to go on a card. And it didn't have to be. What I did was I did a digital sketch, and then I inked it up traditionally, which I didn't have to do, but then I had to get it scanned, and now I'm going to color it and send them the digital file so they could print it. But I thought it might be a good idea to make some. I hardly ever anymore have original art to sell, so I thought it might be a cool monster picture that somebody might want to buy the original art of. So that's why I kind of gave myself more work with the hope that it'll benefit me later. And also, I might eventually make a print of it, the color version, I mean, because the game doesn't pay as much as other jobs, but I want to do it because it's a cool kaiju game. And so they pay a little less, but they gave me complete control, creative freedom. They just sort of said the name of the monster and like what its powers were, and it was like go, which is very awesome and very rare. And also they said I could make prints as long as I say what game it's from. Oh, Dolly Girl, hey, all right, thanks for the subscription. I appreciate that. And now you can okay along with the rest of them. So feel free to throw a few out there, and I'll throw them back. How am I gonna deny a new subscriber some okays? That is awesome. Thank you very much. This has turned out to be quite an eventful Friday night for everybody. Well, me especially. Let's see. Ox says he's just hanging out for right now. Gonna go work on some daily sketches and such. Awesome. And then everybody's saying hello. And okay, Erzuki was involved in the subscription. So there's a gift and a subscribe. So teamwork. Thanks everybody. Erzuki, blah blah blah. Thank you. And then Erzuki's like, heart, okay, heart, okay. So I say that is heart, okay. All right, we got a few minutes left. I don't think I'm going to put color on this guy, but I won't. This will be the final pass of lines, and then I'll just go in with a little bit of shading maybe to pop him out a little bit. Do I want to give him hair? No, I'm not going to give him hair. I'll just put these little indents for that. Maybe I'll put a panel here. Who knows what that even does? But you know, maybe it glows. It's like some kind of power source. And why not? I'll put like a big tube coming out his back, which always seemed like a bad tactical decision if you're a cyborg to have tubes that like, you know, for energy or fluid or whatever that easily could damage you. But it looks cool, which is probably why people like me keep doing it. And I'll put a little bit of kind of skin rot. If I had more time, again, I'd get into more detail with all this. But and a little detail there. And this plug, I don't even know what this is. Whoa, a turkey lurkey. Who's lurking around here? It's Hexmataz. Well, thank you for turkey lurking. Hexmataz has his own channel. He does a lot of like role-playing game stuff. I think Pathfinder primarily. I tried to set up a thing for shout-outs for people that also have Twitch streams, and I failed it. I got to go back and revisit because I did something wrong so that every time I tried to do it, it was just talking about Erzuki. And I love talking about Erzuki, but it didn't help when I was trying to shout out someone else. But regardless, thank you for the lurk. We always appreciate lurks. We always appreciate every bit of anything that comes our way here on Gazbot Lane. Let's see. X has Turkey Lurkey. Another request coming in. We got 4 requests right now. Dolly Girl. Okay for Dolly Girl. Yeah, thanks again. Yeah, awesome. You guys are awesome. And Erzuki will help me set up the shout out. Yeah, I think I should have asked you about that before. I had thought I figured it out last time, and then when I was using it, I realized, nope, I did this wrong. So Erzuki, I thank you for supporting my supporters and for supporting tech support. All right, let's see what we got. 3 minutes. All right, so I'm going to take this layer and bring it down to 25. And actually, no, you know what? Better idea. I'm going to leave it at 50, but I'm going to just erase everything outside because we want him to look kind of weird and messy and otherworldly. So I'm just going to erase everything outside of him, but leave all that shading on the inside, like so. And yeah, anybody hanging out, whether you're chatting or not, if you want to put a request in, you can go ahead and do that. You don't have to chat to request, and it doesn't cost anything. No guarantee you'll get picked, but it's kind of like the lottery. You can't win it if you're not in it. All right. And I'll just put another layer of shadow right up on top. We'll start off by putting the opacity at 50%. We'll make a darker layer here, and then I'm just going to go in real heavy and sloppy style. Actually, maybe I'll pick like a messy brush. Let's see, dry media brush. Yeah, we'll see with this, some kind of charcoal brush. Put it opacity 75. Maybe we can get some like gritty texture. Yeah, there we go. How are we doing on time? Got 2 minutes. Maybe yeah, okay. I want to put 2 passes of shadow, but I don't think I'll have time. But I do think doing the gritty was a good idea. I'll try to skip some of the piping on his head, skip his eyes. Skip this piece of machinery. This is kind of like a bolt, like almost like what Frankenstein would have on the side of his head, but I just put it on the top of his head. What does it do? Who knows? And I do have time to do one more quick pass, just to put a little bit darker in here. This guy's kind of cool. This is like, I wasn't trying to draw Deathlock, and he doesn't look exactly like Deathlock, but I could see this being like, you know, the new Deathlock. The Gazbot got a contract from Marvel Comics to work on Deathlock. He's taking it in a bold new direction. Apparently, the bottom of his face is just weird bone teeth that don't make sense. Is it a cartoon? Is it a cyborg? No one knows. Check out what Gazbot's doing on Deathlock, new from Marvel Comics. All right, I think that we will be done with him. 544, good. And I'll go to requests. We're clipping right along here. Let me save this up. I'll even call it Deathlock Gazbot. Okay, and I'll erase everything here, and then we'll look at request time. Okay, so Peter, if you want to do a request, you do exclamation point request, and then the words Tank Girl, because I have a separate list. I see that you did it. I'll keep that in mind, but I need to. If I keep it in chat, I'll miss it. Here, let me see here what we got. So right now we got 4. Danny wants Jinzo from Yu-Gi-Oh! With buff arms. Dolly Girl wants a pink flying pig for mom. Samurai Ox says Hellboy. Erzuki says Godzilla wearing a cat ear hood hat. Improved the Eye said Lord Shaxx. I don't know who Lord Shaxx is. I think that might be from Mass Effect. Or it's from a video game. I don't know. And then Peter said Tank Girl, who isn't officially on the list, but I did see it. So let's see. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Can I do a random? I'm going to pick random. Peter, if you get it in there, I'll wait a second. If you put yours in, Peter, so you'll be in the list for the pick random. Because usually I pick based on what I want, but I'm feeling random today. I'll give you 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, you can still put it on for the next one, but for now, pick random. Let's see what we got. What? Oh, it made it disappear, so I don't know what it was. Let's see. It's not Lord Shaxx. It's not Hellboy. It's not. Oh, it's Godzilla. Okay. So that's weird. When I picked it, it just disappeared. Oh, I was counting down 10 seconds to give Peter a chance to get on the list before I did the random pick. But now I'm going to do Godzilla with a cat hoodie, was it? Godzilla with a cat hoodie, I believe it was. It picked, but it disappeared from the list when I picked. So that's maybe not the best system when I do random. I have to figure out again. It's all a learning curve. I'm always trying to improve here. All right, so we're gonna have to do this fairly quickly. I'm gonna do a quick. Was it Erzuki? Confirm with me. It was Godzilla wearing a cat hoodie. Is that what you said? Because that's what I thought it said, but then like it disappeared, so that's not cool. Godzilla wearing a cat hoodie or what? Yeah, okay, that's what I figured. Kind of like those anime, like the Pikachus that people wear and stuff. Makes sense. And I make a background layer there. Foot. Make that white because I accidentally drew on the background layer. Oh, Peter, I got yours up there, so you'll be in the running for next time. Thanks. Sorry about that. Thanks, Ox, for helping him out. All right. Oops. I'm not going to do a specific Godzilla. I'm just going to kind of do a random from my head, because for those that know Godzilla, like every couple of years they have a new suit, and like you can kind of tell what era they're from and stuff. But doing that sort of reference is going to take too long in a 15-minute drawing here, so it's going to be the quick amalgam, probably leaning towards Heisei, because that's what I draw the most, which is the 90s version of Godzilla, but without any reference. And I would like to put a little color in this one. We'll see how quickly I could get it done. Maybe I'll just do a thing where I put like a pop of color as opposed to the full color. Like maybe leave Godzilla kind of greenish black and white and put a little color in the hoodie maybe. Let's see. I hear a lot of chatting. Oh, it's Hydration Bot. Haha, it wants me to drink. Well, too bad I'm not going to, but I did drink a lot of water right before I started, so. Okay, yeah, and the Heisei Godzilla has a lot more of like a kind of a cat face thing going on. And then actually has, so that kind of fits this theme. Samurai Ox is hailing Hydration Bot. All hail Hydration Bot. Okay, and I'll get this. I'm gonna definitely have to do another pass for this. And then the hood would cover up his ears, but then there'd be like sort of floofy cat ears. And maybe some stripes on it. And maybe there's even like whiskers coming out of the side of the cat hoodie. And then I'll put his like Godzilla claws coming up here, but there's like a cat paw puff on the end. So Godzilla claws here, and then a cat puff above it. So it's like almost like paws on top of his claws. All right, and then this pulls down, and it's got a little tummy. And then there would probably be a tail, but it would probably hang down, so we probably won't see that. So let me turn this down to 25, turn this to 50. Let me take a look at time. All right, we got about 11 minutes still. I'm going to go to a darker color, and I'm going to go to a finer point brush. Zoom in a little bit. I'd like to do 2 more passes, but I don't know if I'll have time for that. Let's see. Improved AI. Thugzilla up in here. Erzuki. That ain't no thug. He's chilling after a hard week of smashing. An improved AI. Yeah, but like a villain. Chilling like a villain. I get it. It rhymes. All right, so we got, looks like 1, 2, 5 in the request queue. So I'm only doing requests after this. I'm not going to, I started off doing my own thing, but from here on out, it's all requests. So if anybody doesn't have a request, feel free to throw one in. Again, even if you're not chatting, even if you're just lurking, that's fine. You don't have to be a chatty participant to put a request in, although we do like when you chat, but you know, not everybody, that's not everybody's can of beans. Can of beans? Is that even a thing? Not everybody's slab of bacon? I'm not sure what I'm even going for there. It's not everybody's cup of soda. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Not everybody's cup of soda. Right. Okay, give him his fangs. I'm not sure if I'll have him like with a little bit of. He won't be breathing fire, but I could have him have like a little bit of, glow like, coming out of his mouth, maybe. All right, and then he's the neck. I know you won't see it really, but just to get it in my head where his proportions. This is called underdrawing. Like I'm drawing stuff that we're not going to actually see because it's covered by cloth, but it helps inform me where other pieces of anatomy go. And it's a good practice to get into for all artists. I didn't used to do it, and I don't know when I started doing it. I mean, it's been a while, but it definitely helped. It's like, if you're just drawing a hand on a page, but if you continue the arm off the page, even if you're not drawing it, it definitely helps it make fills the space. It fits in the space better, and it makes more sense to the eye. Even if someone who doesn't draw, they could kind of somehow tell it's like missing something or isn't correct. So doing that helps avoid that. Okay, put a heavy shadow. I make his chin smaller. I made it way too big. Okay, heavy shadow, and there gets some tree bark skin. How are we doing on time? All right, 9 minutes. Not as much time as I would like, but we're gonna make do. And put some texture over here. Some texture down here for his. He's got like I've heard it described as tree bark skin, especially the older Godzillas, and I think that's pretty accurate. And he does have eyeballs, at least this version does. Okay, and then again, he'd have more details, but we're not going to really see them, so let me just go ahead and get an eraser and erase some of this so we can put the hood on his head. Why is that not erasing? 100% erase. Oh, there we go. It was just lagging. Okay, maybe tuck it down a little bit. And then it comes around here, and then this may be part of his head sticking out. So this part, it's kind of covering up his head, and then this side is sort of hanging off. So we do see a little bit more of his neck and his chin sticking out. Maybe, could I get the ear? Maybe I'll get the ear out. It's a little unrealistic that it would be there, but I kind of like the way it looks. And then I'll go in with the eraser and put a little bit more texture here. Okay. Excuse me. Let me see time. We got about 8 minutes. And, oh man, there's a lot of chat I'm missing. Azuki wants a can of beans. Frankenbeans. Pizza. Dolly Girl just had a pizza too? Oh my gosh, everybody's eating pizza but me. I didn't get pizza yesterday and I had a chance. I was a fool. Azuki to stop waving pizza in front of his face. It's true. What's my favorite pizza? I like cheese with onions. That's my favorite. Or if you mean like what brand? If I'm going to a chain pizza place, probably Papa John's. But I also could do Domino's. Like mom and pop East Coast style is more my favorite, but that's not always available. It's also more expensive too out here because I live in the California West Coast. That ear is not good. You know what? I realize I need to put a little cat on top, like a little cat face. More chibi maybe. Let's see. 7 minutes. Okay. And let's see. Look at them cheekbones, Gojira. Yeah. Gojira's got to bring it, They have good luck and they don't want to mess it up. Let me change that. I think those eyes look a little weird. It's weird because I'm trying to make it look cartoony and plushy, but he's already a cartoon. Let's see. Dolly says it was free for my work. Oh, that's awesome. Free pizza. That's my favorite pizza. Free pizza. There you go. Peter Palmiotti. He's such a cutie. He is such a cutie. There we go. That's better. A little more cat-like. And I'll put little dots here. Yeah, this is badass. Peter Palmer, you're making me hungry. Yeah, right? Me too, after this Jamie Jam. My vision brought to life, says Arasuki. All right, let me scroll this up a little bit so I can get his paws in. And I definitely, okay, I've got 6 minutes. I definitely want to get some color on this if possible. So it's tough because Godzilla requires a lot of texture and detail and stuff that I'm not really going to be able to do. But I think it's more important for this particular version that I get some color in. So I'm going to just quick this out here real quick. Make this out here real quick. Make that 10. Make this 25. As I quick this out here real quick. There's still time to get your request in if you haven't. We got, like I said, 5 in there right now. So everybody in there's got about a 20% chance of getting chosen, but there's always room for more. Everybody that's already in there is like, no, no more. Well, hopefully, my hope is that I will be able to get, if I did the math right, 6 total drawings, 5 requests. If I do 15 minutes each, if I did that math right, because I go for about an hour and a half, so that's 4. That's 6 drawings total. Yeah. So the downside is that it's like less detailed, but the upside is that hopefully more people get their requests done. And once you have had your request cleared, you can add another if you so choose. All right, and there's a little zipper down the middle. All right, and I'll put little stripes, little cat stripes. Maybe do that kind of M that some cats have right there. And then some more stripes here and up there. Let's see if I turn these off. I think it's better if I turn those off. Okay, so I would like to keep going back in with more detail, but I think it's better that I go to shading color sort of style. I'm going to make the cat hoodie pink, even though cats usually are not pink. I think a cat hoodie can be pink, and that's fine. So move up to here. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to color the whole thing pink, and then I'll go back in and erase what I don't need. Using the pencil tool. Cha-da-da-da-da. And then fill. All right. And then I'll grab a sort of grayish green for Godzilla and do the same thing here and just erase what I don't need after that. I am Godzilla. I have a pink cat hoodie. You better watch out. Don't take my cat hoodie. All right. Let's see. I missed something. My Dolly Girl looks like a kitty cat. Oh, good. Well, there we go. This is amazing. Adorbs. I demand a print of this. I'd buy it. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I'll do a print of this or not, but if I do, I will be sure to let everybody know. I think I would probably need to take this concept, refine it, redraw it, but it could be a fun sort of smaller print to have it like a little chibi thing going on. Overdrive, 00. Hey guys, how about Ultimate Warrior from FF? I could put that in the request queue, but if you wouldn't mind, if you could do exclamation point request space, because then it'll go on the list and I won't have to search for it in chat. And then when I do a random, you will be entered to get a choice to pick. Or you will be entered into the random choice to pick is what I meant to say. But yeah, that's a totally valid request there by Overdrive. And you got a little time to get it in. If you're having trouble, let me know. I know Peter had trouble getting it in before, but it should just be exclamation point. Yeah, there you go. Did it go in? It should. Oh, you wrote type. It looks like you said type request. You don't actually have to say the word type. Maybe try it again. Oh, you know what? I want to do extra pink for these little pads. Super pink pads. Super pink pads. And then I'll do yellow eyes. Kind of a golden yellow eyes. And Godzilla, the one I like anyway, well, not the one I like, but my favorite, has the same kind of golden yellow eyes. So it'll be sort of like that. And then pink on the tongue. How are we doing on time? Got 2 minutes. So this is, yeah, really cruising fast on this one. Put some white on the fangs. I still don't see Ultimate Warrior showing up. It's supposed to be exclamation point, request, space, Ultimate Warrior. I think you copied and pasted what Ox said, and he was telling you to type is why it didn't work. The bummer is there's a thing when I first open up requests, there's like a little like instructional that pops up, but when people come in later, they don't see it. And I'm not sure how to make that pop up again without closing and reopening, and then I'd lose everybody's, which I don't obviously want to do to the people that already put it in. That's too much pink there. All right, we're almost done. I'm just going to throw in a little bit of shadow real quick on another layer. Or actually, highlight is what I meant to say. Actually, that's not true. I'm lying. I meant to say shadow, and I grabbed the highlight. So I'm like, I guess I'm doing a highlight. But I'll pretend like I meant it all along. That's an old artist trick. I made a mistake. I meant to make that mistake. So make that, oops, 25. But I will put a shadow underneath that real quick. We'll just go straight black. And I need a brush. And I think we're almost out of time. So I'll just flump this in real quick. And I hear chat going on. Hopefully, chat can help get Overdrive's request in. I will take a look again in a second if not. Because I've given myself this time limit, unfortunately, the side effect is that I can't look at chat as much as I usually do. But Again, it's a test. We'll see how it goes. The idea of getting more done should be good. Oops, 25. All right, and we're at 6. So this has to be done. I will just put a background color. So bloop. Make that a little bit lighter. 25. All right, so a little bit more rush than I'd like, but there we have Godzilla wearing a cat hoodie. So we'll call it Goji Cat. Goji Neko. We'll call it Goji Neko. And then I will look at the list. Let me see here. Clear that out. Let's see. Ultimate Warrior would have been awesome if that would have tripped the helper bot. Yeah, queue opened up for. Oh, thank you, Dolly Girl. I appreciate that. Oh, is it supposed to make it easier? Yeah, it is supposed to make it easier. I don't know why it's not working. But the thing is, I want to do random, so I want you to be in the running. Oh, Mashidar's here. Boom! Improved the headshot. Erzuki, no worries. Just type request. All right. So remember the countdown I did before Dolly? That's because Peter didn't have his in. So I'm gonna do a countdown now to let Overdrive try to get it in because I'm doing random today. So even though I see the request, if it doesn't go in, it won't have a chance to do it. So try it again, Overdrive. If it doesn't get in this time, I'm still doing a few more, but I got to move on. So we'll go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, pick random. Here we go. All right. So once again, it erased the thing. So it was improved AI, which was Lord Shaxx. Okay, so that is what we're going with now. So I need to look up a reference for Lord Shaxx because I don't know who that is. Or I vaguely know it's from a video game, but I don't know what he looks like. So I'm looking over to the side here now, looking up Lord Shaxx. One downside of the 15-minute thing is when I have to look up reference, it's taking up some of the time of when I could be doing the drawing, I realized. It's a flawed system. Maybe I'll go back to the not worrying about the timeline so much, but okay, I see him. He looks kind of like a knight-looking guy with like a horn on his head. All right. McFarlane Toys made a figure of him. I like toys. I like turtles. All right. So I have a picture. Let me save it to, well, whatever. I'll just save it to here. And then I'll open it. For those that don't know, this is the character we're talking about here. Lord Shaxx. There he is. All right. Oh, Overdrive. I see your request is in, so you'll be in the running for the next one. You did it perfectly. Thank you. Sorry for the trouble. Again, I started doing this because in the past people would request something and then the chat would keep scrolling and I would miss it. So I was trying to find a way to keep a list. And also sometimes I pick, but sometimes I do random like I am today. And if I'm doing random, then it has to be in there. So, but right now we're starting on Lord Shaxx, and we got about 13 minutes left. I'm gonna mainly just do a headshot, maybe a little bit of the shoulders for Shaxx here because of time's sake. He's got kind of, it looks like fur, like padding, clothy stuff on his shoulder pads, and then like kind of a necklace thing. And he's got a horn, but only one. The other one was busted off in battle. And then he's got kind of a Deathstroke, the Terminator thing going on here, and a little clip clop. All right, that's phase 1. So we'll put that down to 25, make another layer, and we'll stick with the same brush, except we'll bring it down size to a few more pixels smaller. Let's see. No worries. Boom. Sorry about that. New request. No problem. Danny. Oh my. Dolly Girl. That's funny. Okay. Gazbot, can we be eating pizza turtle style? Oh man. You have enemies in here, Erzuki. Everybody wants me to be eating pizza, like a Ninja Turtle. Two things I love, pizza and Ninja Turtles? Come on. I think I'm just going to do one pass on this so I can get some color in. So this is, normally I'd have like a rough and then a pencil and then like another like cleanup ink, whatever you want to call it, even in these quick ones with a character this complicated. But I'm just going to just go forth and hope it works out. The fact that he doesn't have to be symmetrical and he's like doesn't have an actual face, but just like a helmet face makes it a little easier. And it's not that complicated of a helmet, like not like a Power Rangers helmet where everything has to match and be symmetrical and there's like a lion built in. It's sort of just geometric shape, so that makes it a little bit easier to just power through like this. But I do think because he's got some like bright orange and stuff, that needs to be part of this sketch to make it really pop. And he's got, I don't know, two little buttony things. I don't know what those are. They're gray. They're gray. He has gray things in his face. Whatever they am, I don't know. All right, let me check chat here quick. Erzuki, you guys are working against me. Overdrive, it's very understandable, makes it easier. Well, thank you, I appreciate that. I'm sorry it made it harder for you, but I'm glad you got in the queue. Improved AI, he always leaves the helmet on, always. So he's like Judge Dredd. Okay, and a little bit of red pop there, and then I I guess that's kind of it for the main details of the helmet. Maybe I'll just put a line like this to make it look more dimensional. And then he's got sort of little, because it's a bone horn, so there's sort of texture of the bone or whatever that is. Then he's got a little black collar area where his neck meets. And then this part of the breastplate armor comes down further. But then he has what looks like, I don't know, a leather or cloth wrap that goes around that's brown, whatever it is. And it's got some snaps, not that kind of snaps. And then this is where sort of a little bit of a fur area starts around here. It must come from a cold area. He's like, I like to battle, but I'm cold, so I need to protect my neck, the back of my neck is very cold, specifically. Anaxis, holy cow, what have we here? Hello! I don't know if it's Anaxis or Anaxis, but hello either way. I'm working on this character as by request, which is Lord Shaxx, I believe, from a video game. We're taking requests. If you want to do one, hit exclamation point, request, space, and the character you would like to see. It'll go on a list, and when I finish this one in a few minutes, I will randomly pick another one and do a quick sketch of it. And that is what we're doing here on this lovely Friday evening. I think I summed that up pretty well. Also, people are taunting me with pizza that I will not be able to have, which is less fun. Eyes up, Guardian. We're going into the Crucible with Gazbot. This is improved AI. I assume these are things that he says, this character. I guess I should say it different. I should say it more like as if I was that character. Eyes up, Guardian! We're going to the Crucible with Gazbot! I imagine that's the kind of voice this guy would have, right? He's like a very goofy, not serious guy. Like, he wears the armor, but it's just a joke. It's a lark. All right, and he's got a little plate of that there, and then shoot-doot-doot, and a bunch of, like, little techno jams that we're not going to get too crazy into. And then he's got little panel things coming down. All right. And this is sort of like where his shoulders meet, but he has big plates here as well for shoulder armor. And then this is the part I don't understand. The fur on the top of the fur on the back of his neck I get, but fur on top of a metal shoulder pad, like what? Shouldn't it? I don't. How does that keep anybody warm? Unless it's like to capture something. Hey, improved AI cheered with 100. Wow, thank you very much, sir. Those are some lovely bits you've given me. You've done your bit, ha ha, for the channel. That's a terrible joke. I apologize, but only a little bit. All right, so let me take this down to 10%. I feel like I'm missing something here. A little, oh, more fur maybe? It does seem like the fur almost connects. Why is that not going? Hold on, there we go. The fur almost connects, like it comes out a little bit further. So they're two different pieces, but they get right up on top of each other. And then I imagine there's like explosions happening and stuff. I'll do that in the color. Wait a minute, I'll do that in the color. All right, so I'm gonna do a quick shadow layer here. And then I'll throw color underneath that, which is usually the opposite of how I do it, but so what? Let's see. Anaxis, I couldn't do this if I had 1,000 years to practice. You know, I'm willing to bet that if you had 1,000 years to practice, you could do this much better, because I've had way less than 1,000 years to practice, although I appreciate that you're giving me a compliment, and I thank you for it. Let's see. Boofy, fur is to soften the noise. So armor. Oh, fur is to soften the noise so armor doesn't click when he moves. It's a stealth buff. Well, thank you very much. Look at that. Some real life knowledge about fur armor from Boofy, making me look like an idiot thinking it's wrong. It's just I'm not good at knowing about armor stealth. So there's a purpose, and I thank you for that. And meanwhile, Tac Ops with 100, oi! I don't know if you meant to say oi, but that's how I read it. 100, oi! With some Gazbot love. So thank you very much, Tac Ops. Tac Ops is another streamer. A lot of streamers in here. Boofy's a streamer. I don't know how to shout people out. I got to figure that out. Just assume anybody in here might have a streaming channel, and anybody in here is good people. There's that. So let's see. We got about, we're doing pretty good. We got 7 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and throw some what is happening, more craziness. Boofy cheering with 100. It's a cavalcade of bits. If the bits were physical things, I would be buried right now. Thank you very much, Boofy. Thank you, everybody, for throwing your bits around like crazy. It's soy. It is a party in here. Tact Ops. What's up? Nice one, Boofs. He wears fur so he can place his pizza in it to keep warm. That's also very good, Master. Thank you. I can get behind that. I might not be so good at my stealth armor tactics, but if it's about keeping pizza, yeah, I'm on board. All right, I'm going to throw some color. Orange being the most important. And like I said, he's kind of got a Deathstroke the Terminator, which is a character from DC Comics. Holy cow. Hey, thanks for the follow, Axis. I appreciate that. Now you'll get notifications. I do this every Friday. I sometimes stream others, although I haven't been recently because I've been busy. I sometimes stream other days. Whoa, Tact Ops, more cheer. You're getting crazy time. I appreciate that. You're doubling down on the Tact Op bits. and that is lovely for me. So I thank you for that. But yeah, for those new to the channel, I do this every Friday from 5:30 to 7. It's Twitch Request Live. It's TRL. I just take requests and do quick sketches in the neighborhood of 15 minutes. I'm trying to make it exactly 15 minutes today. Previously, I wasn't so strict about it. I usually start doing something for myself while I'm waiting, and then the requests start flowing. Today, I'm doing random choices, but sometimes I just pick what seems fun to me that day. And I'll do almost anything. I mean, I keep it PG, but otherwise, like, I've never heard of this character before, so I just looked up a picture of him. There we go. Whoa, Boof! Oh man, it's like an arms race between Tactops and Boofy. Toy? Toy? I don't know what toy means. There is a toy of this character, if that's what you mean. Let me see here. And Nini. Boofy says Nini. Okay. All right. I'm with you on that. A little bit of brown, and then, yeah, brown for the fur. How are we doing on time? We got about 5 minutes. Holy cow! Airzuki jumping in. The 101. She's the Price is Right contestant of the biddy thing. She's like, well, 101. And I appreciate that because it benefits me. Thank you very much. You guys are very kind. I appreciate it. It's unnecessary, but it's always loved. Anybody that comes in here, you could chat. You could not chat. You could lurk. You could not lurk. You could request. You could not request. You could cheer. You could subscribe. All that's great. Any way you want to enjoy it, I appreciate. But it is nice when you go the extra mile and help support the channel. I appreciate that too. All right, so we're gotta get like a gray color here. There we go. For this line is gray. Okay, and then it kind of dips down there. And then this thing I'll make gray. And then he's got kind of a gray line coming up here as well. But he's got blue under. Uh-oh. Something else is happening. Tactops cheered 100. Not so fast. Whoa! Oh, I'm missing some stuff. Samurai Ox, man. Peter Palmiati says she won. Then Erzuki laughs. Mr. KT Man. Hey, Mr. KT Man. How you doing today? I am doing great. I hope you are as well. Thank you very much. You are awesome as well, Mr. KT Man. We're having a good time here today. Erzuki with the OKs. 4, 5, 6. Oh, and that's why Tactop's not so fast. Man, you guys are. I mean, I want to keep it friendly. It's not a competition, but if you're going to compete for how many bits I get, I don't mind that. You're all very kind and generous, and thank you very much for spending your time and bits here. I think that made that blue too dark. I'm going to go a little bit lighter. It's more of a gray blue, I think. Still not right. Oh, there. Here we go. Now I got it. That's it. That's the color. Boop. And a little bit over there. All right. And then I'm going to put a layer of shine on top of everything real quick. And then I'll do a quick background splash color. And then we got 3 minutes till we go to the next request. So reminder, I do take requests. There's no cost or anything. Do exclamation point, request, space, and then whatever you want to request, and it will go into the queue. And today I'm doing random, so you got a few minutes. I'm going to do my next one. It doesn't matter if you put it in the beginning or right now. You got an equal chance. I'm going to do random, and we'll see what comes up, and that is what I'm doing the next sketch of in just a few minutes. So if you want to do it, now is the time. I'm going to bring this down to 50%, actually 75, and then I'll put a background layer where I'm going to just kind of put a indication that there's some sort of explosion, I think. So we'll just do a base of yellow. Whoops, that he has a bunch of yellow showing through him because he's actually mostly white, but I didn't color the white. So I need to go in and erase. Why is that not erasing? Oh, 5%. Should be at 100%. Let's see. Erzuki saying, hi, Mr. KT Man. This guy has orange on him. No wonder Improved AI likes him. Oh, is orange Improved AI's favorite color? Let's see. Improved AI. Well, that is the color of your font, your text font, and you're laughing. So either you love it or you hate it. Either way, it is now associated with you forever. Hot damn, Tactops. Hot damn indeed, Tactops. All right, let me see. A little bit of darker orange and time. We got about 1 minute before I stop working on this one and move on to the next one. So if you don't have a request in, feel free to throw it up so you'll be eligible for the next random topic pick. Could be just about anything. Keep it PG. I might have to look up a reference if I don't know what it is. Holy cow. Mr. KT Man hosting. Thank you so much. Always nice when someone stops by. Always nice when someone hosts. So I appreciate both of those things. Mr. KT Man. Good on you. All right. So I'll put a little bit of red. I need some red, I think. And then a brighter yellow to make this look a little bit more explodey. Let me put another layer here. Some red. It looks less explodey and more like the world's on fire behind him, maybe. probably got too ambitious with this background considering the time I have left. So I'm going to bring all these down a bit. Bring it down. Actually, I'll bring this down to 25. Heyo, improved AI. Oh man, you guys, improved AI cheered with 100. Draw like a titan. Wait, what does that say? Drawn like a titan of the first pillar. I don't know what that is, but good. Thanks. That's from the game, I'm assuming. Bring this down, and then actually I'll bring this down to 50. There you go. And then bring this down to 90. Maybe 75. All right, and we're at 6:15, so I have to be done. But I will just put one quick splash of a bright white to pop him out a little bit. And then we will be done. So do this, but then I will erase 50%. Trying to do this quick. And then I'll take that down to 25. 50, can't even see the 25. All right, and then we have to be done. So let me make it bigger so you can see it better. There it is, 15 minutes. Save as, I already forget what this guy's name is. Shaxx. Shaxx? Shaquille O'Neal? Shaq-Fu? All right. So I'm going to get ready to choose a random new one. If you don't have your request in, now is the time. Exclamation point, request, space, and whatever it is you want. You've got about 10 seconds before I get over there. I'm not going to do the countdown this time, but that's about how long it'll take me to maneuver things. All right, we got 6 in there right now. We got Danny, Mashstar added one. Cool. Okay, and let me check chat real quick. This guy likes orange, the hue that forms right into the pepperoni on top of the pizza cheese, a little grease in there. Oh, man. All right. So here we go. We're going to do random. Okay, so Mashstar, Mac the Knight. I think you mean Mac the Knife. If I'm incorrect, let me know. Overdrive, Ultimate Warrior, Peter Palmati, Tank Girl, Samurai X, Hellboy, Dolly Girl, Flying Pink, Pig from My Mom, Danny, Yu-Gi-Oh, Jinzo from Yu-Gi-Oh with Bell Farm. So pick random, go. And it was the last one that went up there, which was the first one I said, this system is terrible. I got to change this system. Okay, so it wasn't Danny, it wasn't Dolly Girl, it wasn't Samurai Ox, it wasn't Peter, it wasn't Overdrive. So it was, oh yeah, it was Mashstar, Mac the Knife. Thank you very much, Arazuki. Wow, okay, so assuming do you mean Mac the Knight, like the character from McDonald's, is what I'm guessing you mean. If it's Mac the Knife, I know that's a song, but Ox is so mad. Yes, okay, cool. Mac tonight. I want to say I could do Mac tonight from out of my head, but I feel like it's going to look like a monster. Here's what I'll do. I'll do a hybrid. I'm going to start the rough sketch of Mac tonight out of my head, and then I'll look at a reference and see how far off I got. So this will be a fun experiment. And I will say this character's like from back in the 80s, but I happened to just recently look him up. So I've seen him a little bit more recently than you would expect. I don't know if I was talking about this on the air or not, but it was because I found out that the actor who played Mac tonight is a guy named Doug Jones, who is a very famous suit actor now. He did Abe Sapien and Hellboy, and he did Silver Surfer, and he currently does Suru on the new Star Trek series. And one of the first big jobs he had was as Mac tonight. So I found that out, and I was like, oh, wow, really? And I went and quick looked up a commercial that had him in it. But I do also remember it from when I was a very small child. I know he has like a big crescent-shaped moon for a head and sunglasses. That part I'm pretty confident about. Let me zoom this out a little bit so I can get more of his body. And I think he would usually sit and play at a piano, at least in some of the commercials. I don't know if it was in all of them, so I'll kind of do an indication of a piano here. Like so. And then I guess he had human hands, right? Like kind of. And a tuxedo, maybe? I think he had a tuxedo, or a suit of some kind, at least. And then you wouldn't actually, well, this would be, you wouldn't see the keys. This is like the thing you pull up off the keys. I don't know what you call that. The case, I don't know. What do you call that? It's like a tray of keys, and then there's the thunk that goes on top of them. The cover, the key cover. My camera's got a little bonked over. Ah, no. That's my light. It's just this little pink clamp-on light, but it's sagging down. Sagging down. Well, if you see a little pink over my head, that's my light. Okay. So, oh, you know what we need? I put that in, but what's more important is the golden arches. When the clock strikes 6:30, babe, time to head for golden lights. It's a good time for the great taste of McDonald's. Yeah, Mac tonight. I remember the song pretty well. I think music is tied to memory more strongly than visuals are, from what I understand, from like a medical point of view. Okay, so that actually isn't half bad for out of my head. So let's see. Erzuki is saying, wow, and hearts, cats, thank you. All right, so let me look up Mac Tonight and see if I could refine this a bit. Tonight. We got 10 minutes left on this one. Mac Tonight images. Not too bad. Not too bad. I mean, like I said, I did see it fairly recently, so it's not like I'm remembering from my childhood, but not too shabby. There's a couple different versions. This is the character we're looking at here. Oh, and there's a young Doug Jones with him. That's funny. All right, so I'm going to move this off so we're not staring at this, but I'm going to try to find a full body image of him somewhere, because I mostly am just seeing the head. Oh, he has more of an open mouth, I realize, is one of the things I got wrong. Oh, boy, and there's, okay, Rule 34, if you know what that is, I just found it. I'm not happy about that. All right, moving on. I keep finding okay, well, I'll focus on his head for now. I keep finding pictures of his head, but not so much the full body thing. Let's see. Mr. KT Man, how you feeling? I'm feeling good. Like I said, it's getting a little warm in here with all the computer stuff going on, but I've been having a good night, and I'm gonna go have a fun dinner later, so that's pretty good for me. How about you? Any special plans for Friday, Mr. KT Man? Oh, I made that bigger, and I should have made it smaller. There we go. Oh, you know what? I don't want to use red. I want to use black or blue or something a little bit more close to this character type. There we go. And Exodus, that's great. Thanks. Oh, thank you, Mr. KT Man. That's kind of you. TechTops is laughing at me because, you know, of the horrible things I've just accidentally subjected myself to. She has an ear. That's one thing I missed. And the sunglasses, I made them very pointy, but they're more like standard, like kind of round on the bottom, straight on top. Round on the bottom, straight on top. I don't know what that means. All right, and I'll bring this up here. And if anybody doesn't have a request in, again, could always put a request in. You get your. I think there's only. Is there 4 in there now? I think so. Your chances are higher. 4 or 5. There's 5 in there now, but still, that's not too bad. You still got a pretty good chance. And I'm doing the random, so as long as it's PG, you got an equal chance. Because I am not putting my own preference in today. Usually I do. I don't know if I'll keep doing random indefinitely, but for the rest of tonight, I definitely am. And I think I have time for 2 more after him, based on the 15-minute calculation model that I've been going with. Model. Well, the statistical model of art sketches. That's not something I thought I'd be talking about today. All right, and he's got bigger kind of cheekbones. It's a very cheekbone day. I'm going to fill this in, and then I'll put a shine in after. That's better. And got 8 minutes. And he's got a little bit of a brow ridge. So he has a little bit more of a 3D face than I gave him credit for originally. And then sort of a line coming down the middle here, separating. That's not too shabby. And then, oh, depending on, I guess maybe because he was an animatronic, his mouth would open and close. Because some of them it looks like he's got just teeth, and others it looks like he's like, ah, like with an open mouth. So I'll give him a little bit of an open mouth grin. It'll help break up all the white as well. And then his hands, it looks like he has human hands, but they have like white gloves on them maybe. Sorry, I'm trying to look at the reference off screen. And it does look like, I think, it's not a tuxedo, it's a suit? I can't find a really clear picture. It looks like a black suit jacket. Maybe they changed it over time. Yeah, it's not a tuxedo, it's a suit, I think is what it is. It's a black suit. So we'll give him lapels. And he's thin, which makes sense because Doug Jones is very thin. So if he was the original actor, that might be part of why they chose him. And then he's got his, oh, I'll put this up so you actually won't see that much of his hands because it's covered up by this thing I couldn't remember what you call before. And it's not even remember. I don't know if I ever knew. It's the cover for the keys of a piano. What is that called? Key cover? Cucumber? No, not cucumber. All right, yeah, there's a lot of black and white. I don't think I'm going to need to do color in this. I might put a little shadow, maybe, but maybe I'll just put the yellow and red of the McDonald's sign because that's like the only real color. Maybe that's, well, I guess because this was a promotion to advertise that McDonald's was staying up late, open late, and that was the whole thing. Hey, come get a Mac tonight. I'm Mac tonight, and blah, 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 you know, based on the song Mac the Knife. But like many things, I heard Mac Tonight before I ever heard Mac the Knife, even though it's the parody version. But I wonder if they made him black and white partially to pop out from the red and the yellow of the sign, or if it was purely just because he's the moon and it's nighttime and there was nothing more to it than that. You never know, depending on the people making the decisions, how intricate the decision is. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put this hand, the one hand's down like it's playing the piano. I'm going to put the other one up like he's about to hit it. Like, yeah, it's a good time for the great taste. Whoa! With lettuce. I don't think he says that. Oh, McDonald's, yeah. All right, and I'll put a little, these guys. Let me zoom out a bit. How are we doing on time? 5 minutes? Not too bad. Not too bad. This one's coming together a little bit quicker and easier than some of the others, especially considering how involved the scene is. But I guess because there's not as much detail I have to worry about on the actual character. Let me check chat. I have not been looking at chat. I apologize for that. KT Man Arzuki talking. And Peter Palmiotti, just think Billy Joel. Yeah, there you go. Play us a song, you piano man. Your head is a big crescent moon. We don't mind as long as you give us some really fast food. There you go. That's the mashup. Now, can I erase all this? Yes, I think I can, but I need my eraser to be a little bit stronger. Do 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 dum 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 dum. There. And then I wanted to put the white of his shades. That's better. And then I'll go ahead and make a different layer and do some red background for the McDonald's sign. I'll just draw it in straight red, like so. And then fill that in. Bloop. And then on top of that, oops, I'll make a new layer for the yellow. And maybe I'll do a little bit of a yellow shine, like light on his face from the McDonald's sign. And this is not going to be the most accurate McDonald's logo ever. Because I'm not, it kind of looks like the Happy Meal M. I'm not sure if that's what it looks like on the sign, but you know, you guys all know what I mean. And I'll go ahead and erase that. Oh, I got to put a post on there. I'll use the same color I used on him so as not to stand out. There's the post on the sign. All right, and then I'll put a dark background because it's supposed to be nighttime behind everything, and I'll probably have to then erase him. Yep. So I'll go ahead and get an eraser. How are we doing on time? 3 minutes. We're doing okay. We can do it, everybody. We can do it. Just like Mac tonight, you too can have a career in fast food. You might not get to play a piano and wear sunglasses, but you can certainly serve McDonald's food. All right, so we'll do this. Do 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 do. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna leave a little bit of the shadow on the left side of him. Maybe I'm not. I don't know what I'm doing. I was gonna see if I could not put in a shadow layer and just erase what I don't want it to be, and I could do that, but I think it'll take longer than I have time for right now. So, oops, don't want that. I want what's called contiguous. Boom, there we go. Okay, so now I will go ahead and put in a glow layer for the sign. I will do that by making the opacity 50, and I will get a softer brush and make a huge, there we go, that works, and put a little bit on him, a little bit on this. It's a good time for the great taste of Mac tonight. And I will take this all down to 75% opacity. Okay, and then I will put, we got 2 minutes, I'll put a shadow layer in, so we got 2 minutes, and then I will go ahead and start the next choice, the random choice. And so if you don't have a request in, feel free to put one in now. Again, don't have to chat, don't have to do anything. All you got to do is put exclamation point, request, space, and the thing you want. I do need to put a little bit of an erase here. I realize some of these notes didn't get popped out all the way. And I see something in chat from, what, Peter Palmiotti? No. I'll get back to that. I see I missed a few chats. I'll hit that in a second when I'm getting ready to pick the next random choice. This needs to be filled in. That's what okay. Sorry, I'm flustering myself here. That needs to be filled in. Then I erase that. Now I'll go ahead and put in the shadow, and then we'll be done and pick on the next. So, shadow, shadow. There we go. This whole side of his face, like so, a little bit in there. And then on his hand a little bit. Mostly on the white is where it needs it, more than on the other stuff. And then I want to fill it a little bit here. This is like the shadow coming off of that keyboard tray thing that I didn't know what to call. And I'll put some shadow back in here. All right, I can keep going, but I think we're about out of time, so I'm going to call it. This is Mac tonight. Oh, you know what? One thing I could do with my last like half of a minute, put a couple, oops, that's not, I'll put a couple stars in the sky, but I need to pick a different brush for that and a bigger brush. And we'll just doop, 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 And it could be stars or it could be glitter because he's so fancy, but either way, I think that adds to it a little bit. And there is Mac Tonight for Mashadar. So let me save that. Mac Tonight. And then I will erase all these layers, and I will check chat, and then I will pick the next random thing that we're going to do here. So let's see what chat is saying. Move this so I can see it. So Billy Joel, so random. You picked this one, Mashadar. He was literally, yeah, I was talking about this guy the other night. Now I want McDonald's as Airzuki. Well, we'll get McDonald's and pizza instead of Big Bear is what you've decided. Me too, Airzuki. McDonald's pizza. Peter Palmiotti coming up with solutions. Look at that sign glow. What's your go-to McDonald's? I usually get McChicken or nuggets. This is Airzuki talking. I don't eat McDonald's usually myself. I used to, but not so much anymore. Nexus, I'm all about the big breakfast. Airzuki, I'm not breakfast. Dolly Girl, it's called a fall board. The piano. Oh, well, thank you. The piano key cover is a fall board. So now we know. I didn't forget what it was called. I never knew because I definitely didn't know that was a fall board. Okay, so we got 5 things in here. And let me see. We're about to pick. I need to make a. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a picture. This is it's a low-tech way to use technology. I'm gonna take a picture of what's up there, and then I'm gonna do pick right now. So if you're not up there, you got one more chance after this. Pick random, and let's see what disappeared. Now I'll look and I see. Okay, not Overdrive, not Peter. Oh, it's Samurai Ox. Samurai Ox with Hellboy got chosen. Somebody's gonna not have to flip a table for a change. We got one more after this, Peter. Sorry you didn't get it this time, but we're doing Hellboy for Ox. Where is my pencil? And then we got one more after this. So I think I'll look at a reference for this. I know what Hellboy looks like, but unlike Mac the Knife, I think it's a lot easier to get it wrong. Now, there's a couple different Hellboys. There's a few different comic book versions with Mike Mignola as being the definitive, obviously, since he created him. Then there's the Ron Perlman version and the new one with I forget the name of the new actor. The new one, I don't like the way it looks at all. So I'm going to look at, I think I'm going to look at Mignola. I like Ron Perlman's, but I think a Mike Mignola Hellboy is the way to go for me for this. Oh, for those that don't know, this is Hellboy. And this is what I'm saying. That's Ron Perlman. That's the new actor. That's a Mignola. That's a Drew Struzan. There's a bunch of different versions. So let's see. Danny says, he's disappointed. Peter says, go Ox. Ox says, oh yeah, wham. Danny, rip, cuff, Mech Hellboy. Get out of here, Mech Hellboy. You get stuck on things. I've noticed this about you. And once one thing gets a mohawk, everything gets a mohawk. Once one thing is a mech, everything's a mech. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it's something you should know about yourself. All right, I'm trying to find a good reference picture here of a Mignola Hellboy that I can use. I don't want to waste too much time. This one's pretty good. Let me just save it so I can zoom in. Save image. Save. Open image. Okay, cool. All right. Now I will actually begin the Hellboy for Ox request. And then, like I said, we have one more after this. And if you're not on the board, you still have time to get on the board. Exclamation, the word request, space, and the thing you want to see done. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of, it's sort of a low-res reference I'm using. So I'm kind of looking at the reference, but even if I wanted to perfectly match the reference, I wouldn't be able to from this reference because it's low-res, and when I zoom in, it gets worse, which normally would be a bad thing, but that's fine because I'm not looking to exactly copy what he does. It is weird, though, because Hellboy's one of those characters where, like, really the way to draw Hellboy properly is to be Mike Mignola. You know what I mean? Like, Superman's had a million different versions, and he's a human that's muscular and whatever. But Hellboy, like, his anatomy, the way that the shadows fall on him, just everything about him is so Mike Mignola that I know there are other artists that have done it, and it's looked, fine, but it doesn't... I feel like, again, the way to correctly draw him is to draw the way Mike Mignola draws, which is a weird thing. Unlike other characters where, you could put your own style on it and it still looks like the character. All right, let's get this trench coat. Let me move this over. Samurai Ox says, well, I was thinking of your style and you do monsters well and you need things to fight said monsters. And they put in a Dracula request. All right, so he's got sort of a hunch here. Yeah, oh no, I'm a big Hellboy fan. I feel like I've probably drawn him at some point, but honestly, I don't remember. It's been a long time if I have. Okay, there's that. He's got a very boxy, kind of shadowy just frame. Like his silhouette is just like, and the head. All right, so let me take that down to 50 and go for a next pass. Zoom in a little bit and make a darker brush and a smaller brush and a higher opacity. And oops, I think, did we just get something else? What we got? We got 5 things in the queue. Still time to put more. Like I said, we got 1 more after this. Uh-oh, what's this? Dolly Girl, I withdraw my request. Hopefully Peter's... Oh, for real? You want me to take yours down? I will if you want, but you don't have to do that. I will wait for your response to see if you're just saying that. But yeah, you don't... I mean, that's nice of you, but you don't have to do that. And also keep in mind, taking yours down doesn't mean Peter's will definitely be chosen. It just increases his chances. So you could take yours down, and he still might not get picked. It's your choice. I just want to make sure you got all the facts here, you know? Let's see. Let's see. You'll request again next week? Okay, I will take it down. Peter, Dolly Girl is doing you a solid. Yes. Okay, so right now, Peter's chances of getting chosen, well, everyone's chances of getting chosen have just gone up, thanks to Dolly Girl. So you should all thank her. Okay, I don't know if Hellboy has ears. I guess, I mean, he does, but I feel like they're often covered up by his, like, sideburny hair stuff. And then he's got a jaw that kind of reminds me of The Thing, where it, like, juts out, and it kind of doesn't make sense how it works. Like, when it's drawn, it looks right, but if you, like, again, you try to put it on one of the, like, a Hellboy actor, like, they have to kind of change it because it like it sticks out further than it can, you know, on a person. Or if you gave him prosthetics, I guess it would sort of work, but they end up just giving him a big chin as opposed to the sort of jaw that is a line past where the face goes, you know, which is physically impossible. Whoa, what's happening? Pub Crawlers now following. Well, thank you very much, Pub Crawlers. I appreciate you checking us out, and I appreciate the follow. And feel free to throw a request up if you like. I'm doing 1 more tonight, and there is no cost, and it is doing random picks, so you have an equal chance of being picked as everybody else. Although Dolly's like, I just took my request down. All right, so he doesn't have why did I think he had a necklace? I guess because in some stories he's got like some kind of amulet or something that is integral to him fighting the demon or whatever it is he's doing. Yeah, and he's got like his pecs, like he's real muscular, but they kind of like, again, the definition is like lower, and they kind of almost go into his abs. Like he's certainly not a bodybuilder, but he's got this real solid, strong body that, you know, for fighting monsters and being part monster, I guess, that his anatomy is very strange. So I kind of have to copy the way Mignola does it because I can't rely on my own knowledge of anatomy or it won't look right at all. Okay. All right, some heavy shadows. I feel like I could never do the shadows heavy enough to be accurate, but I'll do my best. Sort of mix of the heavy shadows with his hair and into the horn and into his eyes. It all kind of blends together. That's something Mignola does really well. I'm definitely going to have to put some red on this when I'm done. So let's see, we got 7 minutes left. So this will probably be the last pass. I would like to do another pass on it, but I definitely got to get some color on here. So this will be it for as far as line work. Let's see what we going on here. Peter saying thanks. Dolly saying you're welcome. And yeah, Pub Crawlers, you're going to get upgraded. Just wait. You'll get your mecha package one day when you least expect it. And then you will be augmented beyond your mere human form into more of a bot form of yourself. You won't know the difference. Nobody else will, but there will be a difference. Undetectable by any technology. Okay, there's jacket, and he's got little button holes on this side. He's got buttons on that side. Right. What's happening? Smoyfet. That's how I read it. I think that's correct. Smoyfet. Thanks for the smallow. Thanks for the smallow, Smoyfet. I appreciate the follow. I appreciate you checking me out, and hopefully you like what you see. And again, you could also get a request in. I got time for 1 more tonight before I log off, and I'm doing it random. So if you want to request something, throw it in, exclamation point, the word request, no space, then put a space and the thing you want to request. It'll go on the list, and in about 5 minutes, 6 minutes, I'm going to do another random pull from the list, and whatever gets picked will be my last one of the night. All right. Got a little rip in his coat. He's seen some battle damage, which seems like could happen in every single Hellboy story. You know, one thing I'm looking at that's really bothering me is that this horn is way out of place. I don't want to get in and revise too much, but it should be closer to the other one. And this should stick out a little bit more. I think that makes it a little better. Again, I'm not an expert at drawing Hellboy, but I think that that little revision made things a lot better. Even though I messed up the line of his head. Okay, and then he's got this coat, which has just like tons and tons of folds, which all turns into shadow as well. All blends together. And this would be his arm and hand and stuff, but we're not going to see it because it's off panel. I would normally draw through. If I had time, I'd make the canvas a little bit wider, but we don't have time for that, so we'll just deal with what we got. And fill that in there. A little bit more shadow, I think, in general on the left side of his body. Yes. Hey, it's Hellboy tonight. Yeah, the Max Tonight song doesn't work as well with Hellboy. Although I would love to see Hellboy as a McDonald's pitchman. Pitchman? Pitchman? Pitcher? Spokesman. Spokesperson. Whatever. I want to see Hellboy sell French fries. That's what I want to see. He's like, I'm red. They're red. McDonald's. Crap. There you go. All right, and then there's always a bunch of like little detail lines, which are like because he's kind of made of a thick stone material or because he's been damaged. I don't know exactly what they're supposed to be, but they definitely have like he has like a texture all over him. And the horns, also a couple of texture pieces there. All right, and I think, you know what, I should make his eye, again, like going back to the way the thing is drawn, I feel like the top part of his eyebrow should stick out a little bit more than makes sense too. I feel like if I was doing this like as a commission or like a finished piece, I would need to sit down and study the anatomy of Hellboy a little bit more, but this will have to do on the fly. Okay, and then I'm going to take this layer down. Actually, let me put it to 0. I'll put it down to 20. And then I'll go ahead and put some red in, because he's not going to look like Hellboy without the red. And we got 4 minutes. 4 minutes, and then I'm doing the next request, which will also be the last request. So any last minute want to put in a request, you got 4 minutes. Peter Palmiani, great show tonight, Gaz, and a little cat face. Well, thanks, Peter. I appreciate that, and I appreciate the cat, too, from one cat lover to another. All right, Peter's like, great show tonight, Gaz, unless you don't pick mine, in which case. Well, luckily, like I said, I'm doing random tonight. Usually I do pick, Peter, but tonight I decided to try the random thing. And honestly, if I was picking, I probably would have picked Tank Girl by now. So, maybe next week I won't do the random, and if you show up again and throw it in, you might get a better chance of getting it picked. Although, like I said, Dolly Girl made your chances of getting picked higher, so I'm just saying stuff you've already heard at this point. Getting towards the end of the thing, starting to lose steam on my idea train. All right, there's his coat. That's not too shabby. We got 3 minutes left, so I'm gonna put in a background. I'm gonna make the background just black to start with. Bloof. And then, how did I get white in there? That shouldn't be white. That's completely wrong. Let me just erase that. One random white. It's like finding like one random little white hair in your soup or something. There we go. Then I'll grab that red and fill it in a little bit. Because now that I erased it, it doesn't look white, but the red is showing through. So, sorry. I'm talking to myself a little bit. I got obsessed with that little white line. There we go. That fixed it. Okay, so now I think I'm going to I'll leave the black, but I'm going to grab the color of his coat and sort of pick a little bit browner version of that, and then put some stuff in the background. Because he's always like in crypts and like archaeology and stuff, and I'm not going to get into all that, but I'll kind of maybe indicate it, like imagining there's something behind him, some stonework that we can't see, or some light filtering through something, just to kind of give it some life to the background here. And then I'll put a quick shadow. Oh man, I only have 1 minute. I shouldn't have started doing this. Okay. I didn't realize how much time I was almost out of. All right, so we'll do this, and then I'll take that down to 25%. No, 50. So you can see it a little bit, 50. And I'll bring this up a little bit, and then just put a big, keep getting lag, big swatch here. We'll imagine there's something there. Just multi-layering it a little bit. All right, and then I'm just going to put a quick shadow layer on top of his everything. On top of his everything, 100%. And this I will go and lower the, oh, shoot, wrong side. I got all this shadow on the left, and I'm like, let me put some shadows on the right. And I'll go in and lower the opacity a bit on this, which is something that I shouldn't do if I want to completely copy Mike Mignola's style. But I'm not trying to copy it completely, so this will be one area where it's a little bit more Gazbot than Mignola thrown in. And I still got a few seconds. Okay, cool. All right, and I'll take a little bit in there. Take this down to 50. Nope, too much. 25. I think I need a highlight layer, and luckily I have a few seconds to spare, so highlight layer, highlight layer, highlight layer. Now this I'm probably going to bring down to at least 25 because it should not be this bright, but I just need to pop them out because I made it so dark. And I'm not Mike Mignola, who's the master of light and dark, so it's getting muddy, which I did not intend. So I'll bring this down to 50 maybe. Let's see. Maybe 25 is better. 25. Let's split the difference, say 35. There we go. And then I will put a little bit of white rim light behind him, which I will also then lower the opacity on because that's too much. All right, we'll bring that down to 25. Maybe I could do 50 on that. Let's see. Can I do 50 on that? Nope. We'll split the difference again. 35. It's a day of 35s. Okay, so there's a quick Hellboy for Ox, and let me save that. And we're coming on the closing finish line. Last request. You got a few seconds to get one in. I just put Hellbox instead of Hellboy. I don't know why, but I did that. Because Hellboy Ox, and I combined them in my head. That's why. See, sometimes you know why you make mistakes. Okay, so let me close that up. Any new chat? No, nothing to report. Oh, Hellbox. Yeah, Airzuki. Okay, so we got 4 in there. So it's 25% chance for everybody. I'm going to take the picture again because I forgot. Oh, Ox has a new one up of Dracula. So Dolly took one down. Ox put one up. Everybody's got 25% chance of winning. Pick random. And what was it? Let's see. We got Tank Girl still up there. Oh, Danny. Danny wins. Sorry, Peter. Danny wins. And Danny wanted Jinzo from Yu-Gi-Oh! With some buff arms. So let me see. I got to get a reference picture of him up here. So final one of the night. A Yu-Gi-Oh! Character. Let's see who he looks like. I don't know if I've seen this guy before or not. G-I-N-Z-O. G-I-N-Z-O. He's from Yu-Gi-Oh! And Jinzo. What's his name, Mo? Images. Oh, okay. I thought he was like one of the characters, like the human characters, but he's actually like a magical, like one of the card characters. Jinzo Machine Effect. So, okay. So he normally has skinny arms, but you just want to see him with more buffed out arms. Okay, I could do that. All right, I got my Jinzo. Oh, here, for those that don't know, this is the guy. There's a few references in here, but that seems to be the clearest. Sort of like a machine man. Oh, Machine Effect. Yeah. Okay, where is it? Oh, this one actually shows his hands. This might be a better one. Oh, there's a few different versions, I guess. Sorry, now I've fallen down a rabbit hole of which reference is the best reference, but I'm just gonna go with the first one I saw to keep life easy, keep things simple, especially because we're running out of time here. So let me close that, and let's see. Let me check chat real quick. Peter says, nice, love me some Hellboy. Who doesn't love Hellboy? Airzuki, if Ox wins, I riot. LOL. Dolly, you tried. You did try. Danny's happy. Peter Palmati next time. Samurai Ox, whoa, Zooks, what is that about? You catch the table, Zooks? What table? This table? Woo! Flipping it! All right, let me get in with some Jinzo action here. So we got a little less than 15 minutes. Same as all. Let's see how far we can get. This is another one of those characters where I would prefer to get some color on it because it's sort of an animated character, anime character, I guess to be more specific. So I'll do the top. Oops, why is this? Whatever. I'll just keep going. I'll lower the opacity afterwards. He's got a crazy long neck situation, like a human giraffe, and then he's got big crazy shoulder pads. But then another one, like two shoulder pads, like one on top of the other. He's got spikes coming out of here. He's got eyes, and he's sort of like got a gas mask thing going. And then in the pictures I saw, he had like kind of mechanical hands with like glowing energy. So I'm going to combine that like so. But Danny, for whatever reason, prefers his Jinzo with muscular arms. So we'll give him some big He-Man, Arnold Schwarzenegger arms to go with the rest of him. And we'll keep the rest of him thin. and Lenko. All right, so that'll be our rough. I'll bring that down to 25 and a new layer, and I'll go darker. And I think because I want to do color with him, I think I'm gonna try to go right into the final lines here. So I'm gonna bring this down to 25 pixels, opacity 90, and a hard brush. Let me check chat again real quick. Okay, still table flipping, didn't miss anything. Okay, let me zoom in this. I think the face is going to be the hardest part, so I'm going to do that first. He's got little goggle eyes like this, and then sort of a rebreather nose thing comes up and splits. It definitely looks like a gas mask sort of situation. This is another case where, like, if I had more time, I'd like to get in with like a really fine detail brush, but I'm kind of going to stay with the bigger brush for time's sake on these details. Okay, and that's all connected there, and then it comes up to like the buckles. Oops, let me mess that up a little bit. The buckles on his head, almost like a Bane situation, but instead of just a mask, it's also goggles and everything else. So there's that, and then it goes around, sort of covers half of his ear, it looks like this. So he's not a machine. He's at least partially human, or has some organics. He's got kind of a big dome head, like maybe he has mental powers or something. You can see the veins and stuff pulsing in him. And then it goes down to the little mask. So that's the head pretty much there. Let's see, is there... Okay, no, that's good. All right, and so then he's got like 3 tiers of this neck thing. So it kind of comes up into a collar. And then this goes all the way down like that. This is a crazy looking guy. I kind of like the design. All right, and then this goes into a strap that goes all the way down. And this also goes into a strap that goes all the way down. Like that. Okay. Crazy town. All right. It kind of reminds me of like a Hellraiser character or something from like Mad Max or something. It seems like kind of out of place in the Yu-Gi-Oh universe. But I mean, I guess there's dark stuff in the Yu-Gi-Oh universe, but it just, I don't know. It's crazy. It's like Machine Empire, Dark Magician, Cenobite, Mad Max, man. Also known as Jinzo. Now with buffer arms. All right, so that goes in, and then he's got sort of like step lines. Oh, that goes all the way down his whole chest. So I'll continue this all the way down here. We'll have to break it up with the shoulder pads, but for now I'll continue it all the way down. Like that. Okay. Oh, and these straps continue too. Like there's like, okay, I'm getting to see how this works. It's all connected all the way down, but then it's broken up by his shoulder pads. So it'll be easier to do it this way and then break it up myself after the fact. Oh, I think I'm missing some chat here. 1 second. Erzuki was laughing at Ox and his table throwing. She said, I meant like if you got 2 picks after Dolly removed her pick, and I would have rioted on behalf of Tank Girl Peter Palmiotti. Oh, yeah. Yeah, good point. Yeah, basically, Dolly's like, I will give for the greater good. And Ox is like, I'm going to take from the greater good. Well, unfortunately, Peter didn't get picked, but luckily Ox didn't get picked. So the world is saved. All right, so let me go ahead in with... Oh, wait a minute. I messed something up a little bit. This shouldn't be here yet. Sorry. Oh, no, wait. No, I did do that right. What am I doing? Okay. So we got the one layer, sort of pointy, comes up like that. And I'll have to go back in and erase that other stuff to make it match. This guy might have just become my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh character. I've never seen him before, but he's pretty cool. Okay, and that goes down there. There we go. Put a little bit of a line here, and a little bit of a line here. And then this part juts out a little bit and comes up again. All right, there we go. I watched Mandy last night, which is this weird Nicolas Cage horror movie that I was talking about, which again, I don't necessarily recommend to everybody, but it was definitely an experience. And I feel like this guy could have fit in that movie. All right, and so then let me see how we're doing on time. Got about 6 minutes. Okay, so I need to speed it up a little bit. Let me get the hands in here. I'm not going to get too detailed because these are going to be partially obscured by the energy coming off of them anyway. He's got sort of pointy metal glovey fingers. Are they on his hands? Or are they actually what his hands are made of? Who knows? All right. So we got some crazy energy. Actually, I'm going to do this differently. I'll do the energy and color, so I'll leave that out for now. And then give him, well, I'll do the body first, then I'll go back in for the buff arms. And he's sort of got like what look like maybe leather wraps for his body. Going all the way in, like so. Oh, and he's got spikes on his neck too that I gotta get those. So 1, 2, 3, coming out of here. 1, 2, a little bit there, and then maybe one up front here. Go back in. That also helps with the Mad Max connection, having all the spikes on everything. Let me see. I'm missing chat. What is chat saying? La 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 la. Ox, I want a tank girl just as much as everyone, but them the rules. F. Heh. Peter, Cimarox, I request Cheddar Goblin. Get out of here, Cheddar Goblin. That was awesome part of the movie. That was one of the best parts of the whole movie. Speed it up. Your date night is waiting. It's true, Dolly. His hands are made of that. Oh, okay. That's crazy. Request Mech Ox. You guys are getting nuts. That's good. I like it. All right. So let me. So I want to make him buff, but I want to keep him in that same material. So it'll be like straining against the muscles. Will be straining against it like that. I got 4 minutes, so I gotta finish this up so I can throw some color in him. Okay. And I gotta put the, yeah, I'm gonna do the energy, but I'll do that all in color so it'll look a little bit more interesting, energetic. Okay, and I'll let that kind of fade out to the bottom. I'll do one quick pass with a slightly lighter line. All right, I could erase that altogether. Just to get a little bit of texture in here on this metal stuff. Same thing on these little weird pointy metal hands that are actually his hands that he has. Okay. And some more texture on these like leather wrap bodysuit thing he has. Okay. I'll throw some color in now before it's too late. So give him sort of energy hands. Go 100% opacity. Like so. Okay, and same here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill those in. Oops, did that wrong. Fill those in with white, but at a lower opacity to sort of semi-obscure the things underneath it. Did that wrong. Hold on a sec. What did I do here? Let me erase all that. Oh, I didn't connect a line. Okay. I tried to select an area, but the line wasn't connected properly. So are they all connected? They seem all connected now. Let's try it again. Kloop, kloop. Okay. And we'll put some whites. This time. That time it worked. Okay. Bring it down to 50. Okay. So now we just need to put some base color for the rest of him. So he's mostly green. It looks like kind of a dark green. So I will quick just do an outline of him all the way and fill that in and then go back in after. We'll leave the hands white because they're like a metally color, so I don't want to get green on that necessarily. A little bit in between, but it's like got like an exoskeleton on top of the part of the sleeve as well. Okay, how are we doing on time? Whoa, bad. 1 or 2 minutes left. Yikes. I might go over a minute or two, but nothing more than that. Only because it's the last one. And it's going to look weird if I only have it half colored. Okay. I should be able to just fill this in now. Good, okay. Get some flesh for his head. He's got kind of a sickly, pale color. You'd have a sickly pale color too if you had to wear all this stuff on your face all the time. But I guess you do get electric arm, so there are some benefits. All right, and then he's got yellowish orange on this. Oh, I forgot to erase part of it here real quick. There, that's better. Because the yellow stops right there. All right, and then this part is yellow, but the spikes are not, just the band around it. Okay, face mask. Oh, and then the little trim here is yellow. Oh, I forgot to draw the flesh on his neck on the top. It's sticking out like that. Okay, the mask is the same color. He's got kind of a, it looks like almost like a pinkish. I'm going to make this probably brighter pink than it is in the drawing, but that's kind of my creative license that I want to do that. And then I'm going to take this and get a much lighter color. How are we doing on time? Okay, there's officially 7 now, so I'm heading towards overtime, but I'm not going to go too far into overtime because I'm almost done. I just got to get the lighter colors for the buckles and stuff here and the spikes. We're going to do it. We're going to do it, everybody. We're going to make it. Put a little bit of this in, a little bit of this. Fill it in, fill it. Oh, nope, I didn't seal that. I didn't seal it with a kiss. All right, maybe I'll put a little bit of this color in here. I think it might look good, actually. This lighter color around the edges, I think might, yeah, I agree with myself, guys. I agree with myself. All right, so then let me just put a background. It's 7:01, so we are overtime now, but I'm going to just put a background color so I can make this energy pop out a little bit more. Make that 75, oops, 75, and then put some white energy. Come on, bigger brush, like so. Being very graphic on this one, partially because of time, but I don't know, it also seems like a cool way to go. Hey, thanks for the subscription, Throg. I don't know if you've been lurking for a while, but we're close to the end here, so hopefully you've got to see some. It's an art channel. I sometimes work on my own stuff, but every Friday I do requests, which is what we're doing now. I do random choice of today. Sometimes I pick based on how I'm feeling that day or whatever. This was the last one for today, but again, every Friday from 5:30 to 7 I do requests. This is a character from Yu-Gi-Oh! That Danny requested called Jinzo, which I never heard of before, but the internet is a great place for reference. Oh boy, I missed a bunch that Dolly said. Talking about Mandy. Yeah, Mandy's crazy. It's not for everybody. It's a weird horror movie. Pizza soon. Peter. Oh, you. A note has been made for reminder of my request. Says Ox. He needs to make a flying pick before request. Thanks for. Oh, you're welcome, Dolly. Throg request. Throg subscribed. I thought it was a follow, but it says follow and a subscribe. That is very kind of you. I appreciate that so much. Every little bit helps. And I think we're gonna, since it's the end and I just got a subscription, I'll do one more pass. I'll do a quick cell shading layer to put a little shadow on this guy. So Danny's benefiting from Throg's generosity. Peter Palmer in 7 days, Tank Girl. Yeah, man, come back, put it in. There's a good chance you'll get picked. Throg, nice. I love me some diner foods. Yeah, me too. I'm a big diner food guy. I do like pizza though, so it's tough. All right, now this looks really, really heavy, but I'm going to go ahead and lighten it up in a minute. Yeah, I'm really surprised how much I enjoy this character. I felt very ambivalent about it going in, but having now drawn it a little bit, I don't know. It's a lot of fun. Okay. And I'll go ahead and bring that down to 50. 25. And we'll call that done. So let me get it bigger here. So there's Danny's Jinzo with buff arms. And we'll save that as Jin's buff. All right, I'm going to move this to the side. I'll leave that up for now. And make sure I didn't miss anything else in chat and get ready to end the stream, but make sure I didn't miss anybody. So let's see. Samrox, no, Mandy is for everybody. It is not for everybody. Not everyone is going to enjoy that movie. I don't want to endorse it to people who are not going to like it. Throg had pizza today. You're doing good, Throg. Anybody that had pizza today is doing good. Erzuki, everyone was talking about pizza in here. Now is going to be pissed at Black Bear. I'm not going to be pissed at Black Bear. I'll just be very disappointed in Black Bear. Let me go ahead. I'm going to clear this art request list so it won't be there next time by mistake. Okay. And let me just quick open this and get ready. Before we end, I like to send a raid, so I'm going to get that set up, and then I'll go ahead and say goodbye and everything. Let's see. Raid. Who are we going to raid? We'll raid Christopher Kamen Lee. Christopher Kamen Lee, I think, is a gamer, but he is also the actor who played Power Rangers in Space Red. So I don't know him, but I follow him, and we'll send him a little love. Kamen Lee. Chris Kamen Lee. So I'll get that set up. Is it set? Nope, cannot raid this channel. Why is this not? Hold on a sec. Sorry about that. Sometimes I have trouble with raids for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, I can't raid this channel. Oh, yeah, he has it turned off. What a butt. Okay, well, he missed out on the raid. I'm sure he'll cry himself to sleep. Let me see. I see I'm missing some chat. I'll check in a second. Sorry about that. Let's raid Sheepy. He's a nice guy. Sheepy is primarily an Overwatch streamer, which I'm not a big Overwatch guy, but I know Sheepy, and he's a nice person. It says this channel is intended for mature audiences. What is happening here? Sheepy, I'll try it again. Sheepy 1. Oh, it's going? What did I say? I said Overwatch? Yeah, it's Fortnite. It's not going. Why'd you say that? I'm listening to Erzuki when I shouldn't be. Sorry, folks. I'm getting distracted here. All right, you know what? Forget it. We're not gonna worry about that right now. We're not gonna worry about that right now. Let me see here. I'm missing some chats. So, have a pancake. I came in the middle there. Well, you know what they say. Throg says, well, you know what they say if you're pissed. Samarak says, had my turkey crust pizza today. Good for you, Ox. Throg, have a pancake. Here's the thing. I like pancakes, but we're not going to IHOP where I love pancakes. We're going to some place that their pancakes are okay. So I don't know if I'll have a pancake. I might have breakfast food, though. Let's see. I think this is the best drawing yet. Well done. Well, thanks, Peter. I don't know about that, but I'm glad you enjoy it. Throg or something. Mr. KT Man, Gazbot, what do you want me to draw for you again? I enjoy drawing from. You do whatever you want, man. You like to draw your own stuff. You do whatever makes you happy, and that'll make everybody else happy. Erzuki, ouch, he pulled the very disappointed. If you can raid him, he has, yeah, so Chris Kamen Lee apparently won't let me raid. I'm going to try one more raid. If that doesn't work, I'll just end the stream. Let me scroll down. Here we go. So, raid. Let's see. We'll do Baja Bug. Baja Bug, another game streamer. It says talk shows and podcasts, so I'm not sure what they're doing today. We'll just pop in and see what happens. Baja Bug 32. All right, is it working? This. Huh. Yeah, I can't get the raids to work today. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or if their channels are set to off, but I'm just going to end it, unfortunately. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Thank you. We got a lot of bits. We got a lot of follows, a lot of everything, and I appreciate all that. I also appreciate the people that just come and hang out. I appreciate the requests. I appreciate everything. You're all great people. I hope you have an excellent Friday night. I'm going to now go to a diner and eat some food. This is Gazbot, powering down.